What's up everyone and welcome to my first English video on this channel. First of all, I would say sorry if I make any mistakes in my English language. I think I'm not the best at the English language, but I'm decent enough to make some good YouTube content. This is episode 3 of my series that's called Road to FIFA eWorld Cup. I think I'll put 2 episodes up per week, one in Danish and one in English. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but I hope it'll be fine. And then you might ask yourself, why is this episode 3 and not 6 when it's the 3rd weekend of qualification that's just over? And that's simply because I lost a lot of the footage from the first 2 weekends. So this is actually the first time I've had the footage of my last 10 games, which is only the last 8 games because I forgot to record the first 2. But anyway, let's just skip to the gameplay right now. And as I forgot to mention, the Danish episode will be out every Friday or Saturday with the gameplay of my first 10 games from the weekend league, and the English episode will be out every Monday with the last 10 games. So even though you might not understand the Danish video, you can still watch the gameplay and see how I play and how I start the weekend. And if you're Danish and you don't know English, it's the same. You can watch the gameplay and see how I ended up the weekend. But now to the gameplay. So, first of all, I would like you all to go and follow my Twitch, because I play all 40 games every week on stream on Twitch. And then also, of course, as I mentioned before, I didn't record the first 2 of my last 10 games. So this is actually game 32, I think. Scoring directly from the corner where you come in, and then Cuadrado finishing the game to 3-0, and I think he rage quit after this. And you might want to know that I'm not in the race of qualifying this month anymore, because I'm simply not good enough. Right now, I've been using the past few weeks to try and get better on defense and trying to do some more skills, because I want to have fun with the game again. I haven't had as much fun in this game as I've had the other years, and that's probably because I went 110-0 before the first patch, and then the patch came before the first weekend league, and I got 29 wins, and then that just ruined it for me. So right now I'm trying to find my old self, and hopefully, don't worry, I will be able to qualify in February. I don't know if I'll do it, but I know I'll have a much better level of playing at that time. As you see here, 2 quick rage quits. Actually, I think it's now that I match up against... Yeah, this is a other Danish pro. I match up against 2 pros in a row, and this game is actually very fun. I start out by getting the lead to 1-0. Higuain finding Dybala, who finds Cuadrado, which you'll see this a lot. The drag back and the finesse in the long corner, and it works 80% of the time. He gets a quick response, not the greatest goal of all time, but Ronaldo still managed to get the goal. And I think right after he gets a penalty. I didn't control the player who made the penalty, but of course I would get a penalty later in the game where he didn't control his player. So he gets the 2-1 lead, and actually he also gets the 3-1 lead, and after that I had to do something with my formation. So I changed to a formation that could be my go-to formation from now on, 3-4-1-2, because I think to have 2 wings and also an offensive midfielder and 2 strikers, that's probably pretty perfect. So that might be the go-to formation I go to when I'm behind. So Mahrez misses this chance, big chance, but Kolasinac is able to find Pogba, who gets the 3-2 goal, and of course we would get back in the game. Here Alexandro finding Dybala, who eventually will find Ronaldo, who just mashes it in the corner. So it was 3-3, and we were going to extra time, where again it was my time to get a penalty where he didn't control his player, and we just put it in the middle. And eventually in the 190th minute I would get the 2-goal lead. Weird ball here from Valencia. I don't know what I tried to, but I get the ball back quickly and yeah, just doing some skills. Dybala trying to find Mahrez again. Once again, I lose the ball, and this is not the greatest goal of all time either, but it's there and it counts as much as every other goal. So I was 10-0, as you maybe saw in my first video of this week. I went 10-0, and I actually also went 20-1. And after that, it went bad, man. My mentality is not the strongest in the world. When I lose a game, I often go to the next game and doesn't perform very well because I'm mad, and I'm mad at the game and stuff like that. So of course you'll see what I end up with, and I can say I am going to get Elite 1, which is the best you can get when you're not good enough for top 100 right now. This is also a pro player, and this was actually a good game. This was probably the only game in this weekend that I deserved to lose, which you'll see I didn't. I lost 6 games this week, but this one I won, and it was probably the only one that I deserved to lose. This great scoop turn and drag back from Suarez, and I thought I was in front of him. I thought I could tackle him, but apparently not. But again, I would bounce back pretty quickly with Dybala also shooting it from long range. I'm not very good at the long shots, but yeah, I guess I should try that some more. And then I have some topics I want to talk about, because I want this to be a series where you can write in the comments a few questions or just topics that I can talk about in the video, so I don't have to like just sit and talk over the gameplay, because everyone can do that, and I really want it to be interesting. But first of all, this goal. This is something I have to do a lot on corners, because there's something about the mechanics when you have a corner. Your backline is so far up that it's too easy to counter if the keeper catches the ball. This results in a goal for me. And I think he will bounce back because I tried to do some skills, have some fun with Pogba, and yeah, just turns out wrong. Trying to get Bale down, but then leaves Ronaldo quite open. But this was the game. I won 4-3, and as you see on the stats, I could, of course, I wouldn't say it was undeserved, but this was a game that I could have lost, and the other 6 that I lost, I didn't deserve to lose them. But a viewer wrote on my Danish video, how would you fix the game? And if you have watched my last Twitter update, it was a video of a penalty kick. It was the clearest tackle of all time, and my opponent gets a penalty, and I get a red card in the 85th minute at 2-2. Fortunately for me, I saved the penalty and I go up and score. But if he scores that penalty, there's no way back for me. I might be able to get 1 goal, and then we're going to extra time, and then I'll lose because I'm 1 man down. So first of all, I would fix the referees. I know they're trying to do it as realistic as possible. So referees make mistakes in real life, and they also do it in FIFA apparently. But this is why it's a video game, because then you can fix that. There doesn't have to be mistakes in the video game, especially by the referee. I see it too often that maybe if I play like 2 or 3 games, I can find 2 perfectly similar situations where the referee will take 2 different decisions, and that annoys me so much. Look at this. I make a driven pass into his box. I'm 3-1 up. I actually think I'm on ultra defensive, and then he goes right and counter me. I don't get it. The mentality and the keeper, I don't know. The mentality is weird this year, because I can go park the bus, I can go ultra defensive, but if the opponent changes to a offensive formation and he goes all out attack, I will be unnumbered every time. Every time. I think in the 2 first weekends, I thought I was good enough for qualification. But let's say the first 7 losses I got 5 losses in the first weekend, and then the 2 first losses I got in the second weekend. I was 1 or 2 goals up in every game, and they just, if they go all out attack and they just have the numbers. I don't get it. This could actually have been a nice skill goal, but you'll see something even better later. That's probably the craziest highlight I've had on Twitch. It was so crazy. I don't know if it's this game. No, it's my last game. Okay, so the next topic. Do you think FIFA 18 will be a good year for you? And yeah, I always believe in myself. I know I'm not good at the game right now. I don't know the defending mechanics. I can't use AI defense like everyone else can, because I don't want to, because I think it's too boring to just lay your controller down and let the computer controls itself. But that's probably something I have to work on, I think. But other than that, I still need to get better at finishing, at passing and stuff like that. And when I get all the small details, when I get to know them, I know I'll be dangerous. I know I'll have a good year. So yeah, of course it will be a good year for me. Hopefully it will be as good as FIFA 15 was. But here we actually go down once again. We do that a lot of times. And look at this. This is the only situation where the Berber spin is effective in this game. I use it a lot and it never works unless you have an open driven shot with a player's weak foot. Then you can easily use the Berber spin to get a driven finesse shot with his great foot, because the opponent will always think you will shoot the driven shot. And I also get a penalty, and I was kind of in the zone, so why not make a Panenka? I actually thought he was going to rage quit this one, but eventually he would play on, and I would make it 4-1, I think. No, he would make it 3-2 first. Gomez again, I don't know what De Gea he does. I bought him because he's the best. I think he was the best keeper of FIFA 17, and I don't think he's ever made a save. That's not true. But every time he makes a great save, he gives a rebound, and that's just annoying, because I could use a Bronx keeper and he would make the same impact as David De Gea. And look at this. This is probably the worst defending I've done this weekend. Look at this clearing from Bailey. But again, I was pretty comfortable. I only needed 34 wins and I had 2 games left to only win 1. And I was playing some decent FIFA. My skills were working. You see here, doing some skill moves right from kickoff. And I don't really notice when I score directly from kickoff, but I actually do it a lot when I'm sitting here editing my videos. I see that I actually can use the kickoff like everyone else can. I thought that was something I wasn't able to. But Ronaldo here makes a quick goal to make it 1-1, and then the high pressure started to work. First here, Cuadrado takes the ball and gets the easy goal, and I think right from his kickoff I'll get the ball back again, and yeah, try to do some skills, and once again results in a goal. I hope so. Ronaldo with the scoop turn and the driven shot. Ronaldo is a beast. He's the only good player that I kept, and then I'm just saving up for some icons. But as long as I have Ronaldo, I feel like I have the ability to score as many goals as I want, almost. And here I could have taken the easy goal, but I wanted to do a little skill, and not the craziest skill goal, but at least I made it back. And I think that was enough for him. The game ended 4-1. He rage quit at half time. And now we go into the last game, which I didn't need the win, and I was chatting with my chat. Can you say that? But yeah, I was chatting with the chat about if I should give him the win, because no matter what, he definitely needed the win more than I did. And that's why it was not very nice of me to just go up and score directly from kickoff. He actually gets the ball here, but I take it back, find Dybala, and yeah, the driven finesse, it's easy. And now you have to see, the next highlight is the best thing ever. Look at this. Alexandro doing some skills, finding Cuadrado, who plays the 1-2 with Ronaldo, and look at this. This could have been goal of the year, but it's saved on the line. And right down to the other end. Bam. He's finding his icon right there, and look down at the right corner. I don't press the X button after I play it to my keeper. There was so much delay that it actually, my pass back to the keeper, I pressed twice, and then it just reacted so slow that he passed it into his own goal. I don't know what happened. There was just that was just crazy on stream. Like, I was so close to score goal of the year, and then I go down and make an own goal with my keeper. I haven't done that since 2017 actually. So it was good to know I could do that still. But he gets back right before halftime. Of course, Hernandez, his icon, which is so overpowered, the icons, I can't even believe it. But I would again go up and take the lead. This was one of the games that I lost after being up. I was up 1-0, 2-1 and 3-2. But I think in the 90th minute he scores with Sørloth, who has also been a great super sub for me. Actually didn't use him this weekend because I made a substitution from the start, so I didn't have that last substitute to use on Sørloth. But look at this, that's great play. That's great play from my opponent. And I just felt when I played him that he needed the win so bad that I actually wanted to give him. But then he scores this goal to 4-3 in extra time. And look at what celebration he uses. He used the "Can you hear me" celebration. And now he's going to be hit by karma. I can honestly tell this is karma. Because I get the free kick, find Mahrez, some things, random things, and look at this finish. Damn. That's why you don't use that celebration, because it will come right back to your head. But eventually he would go on and win the game in the 180th minute. I actually don't know who scores the goal. No, of course, it's a header from Gabriel Jesus after a rebound. Again, finally, Maidire makes a save, and then he just gave the rebound and he scored. But I ended at 34 wins. I'm happy because I'm not good enough for top 100. So as long as I keep grinding those Elite 1, I will eventually get a better team and I will know the game better at some point. But if you like this video and you like that I make some English content, then please like the video and subscribe if you want to see even more. And the next episode will be out on Monday, so I'll definitely see you there.